I'm Jane Epps MMA. This is my recap and breakdown of UFC Fight Night Vegas 102. Jared Cannonier versus Gregory Rodrigues. What a card. A lot of finishes on this card. Youssef Zalal, just got one thing to say. You're a puss. Great win by Valter Walker. Back-to-back heel hook wins. Dylan Budka, he's being covered up by me, but he's done. Goodbye. We got a lot to talk about. Overall, I really like this card. A lot of fun fights on this card. And yeah, let's get on with the first fight of the night. We have Jacqueline Cavalcanti versus Julia Alvi. And I picked Jacqueline Cavalcanti to win this fight. And if you didn't pick her, I don't know what you're doing. She literally went out there and did what she needed to do. She used her reach. Had Alvi's on the outside. Alvi's did have a takedown in the second round, but Cavalcanti caught her really bad and just destroyed her on the feet. She couldn't finish her, but 3 rounds of destruction. Good job for Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Alvi's just retires. This fight was okay, but on to the next one. This one's a lot better, more interesting. Valter Walker versus Dante Mays. I picked Valter Walker to win, and yeah, he just looks better every time since that fluky debut that he had, man. He back-to-back heel hook wins. He basically just took Dante Mays down in the first round and grabbed his foot, and Dante Mays wanted to go heel hook for heel hook with him, and Valter Walker got the win. Mays taps. He's gonna be ranked. Give him another morbidly obese heavyweight. Probably will beat that dude too. Valter Walker's a really good heavyweight prospect right now, and I think Johnny Walker, after seeing what his brother just did, should probably move up to heavyweight. Would have a lot more success. But great win by Valter Walker. On to the next fight. We have Vince Morales versus Elijah Smith. I picked Elijah Smith to win this fight, and for a debut, what a debut. Pretty good job. Let's talk about this fight. In the first round, he took a nasty groin shot. Whatever, had him down, but then he comes back and eye pokes Vince Morales. After all the illegal shots were kind of done, the boys finally got down to scrapping. Morales had the better shots, and I thought he won the first round. He was a little bit more, he was tagging him a little bit more out there. But in the second round, Smith gets Morales down. He gets Morales down, and he almost gets him in an arm triangle. But Morales gets out of like this weird angle that he's in, and he gets on top of Smith, takes Smith down. Almost had Smith in a Darce choke multiple times, and Elijah Smith really showed out his toughness in his debut, and kind of scaved out of that second round. But in that second round, he was tagging Morales up, and I think you can give it to him. I don't know. I thought it was at least 1-1 going into the third, and in the third round, Smith lands an uppercut that busts his Morales nose open. Smith really started to heat up in that third round. He looked a lot faster. In the last seconds of the third round, Morales had this man in a standing rear naked choke, and Smith survives. You can give the first round and the third round to Smith, but super fun fight, great debut, great win. Good job by Elijah Smith. We move on to the next fight. We have Gabriel Bonfim versus Khaos Williams. I picked Khaos Williams, and he got choked out pretty bad. He looked like he almost died out there. He was gasping for air. But Gabriel Bonfim did really good in the first round. He just decided, you know what, I'm gonna out wrestle Khaos Williams. He took him down, even had Khaos Williams back at one point, almost had the rear naked choke. But Bonfim definitely won that first round, and in the second round, he just kind of continued with the grappling. And at one point, Khaos Williams did have Bonfim hurt. He kind of hit him with something, and Bonfim went straight to the ground, shot for a takedown, and he locks up a Darce choke in the final seconds of the second round, puts Khaos Williams to sleep. Great win by Gabriel Bonfim. That's really much I gotta say, man. I know Chaos Williams stepped in on short notice, but great win by Gabriel Bonfim. He went out there and he still did his thing and choked him out. On to the next fight. We have Rafael Estevam versus Jesus Aguilar. I picked Estevam to win this fight. Bro, what a messy fight this was, though. For the first 2 rounds, Estevam was just out grappling Aguilar, and Aguilar was just using a lot of energies of getting out of positions and just jumping guillotine and putting himself in bad positions again. But whatever. In the last round, Estevam kind of gassed out to start off the round, and I'm just here like, Aguilar, you have a chance to KO this guy. But since he's a grappler, he tries to KO him, but pretty much just takes him down. Couldn't finish him. But great win by Estevam. He won the first 2 rounds. Yeah, that's all I got. I wasn't really interested much in this fight. Neither was the next one, but let's talk about it. Angela Hill versus Ketlen Souza. I picked Hill to win this fight. This was a really close fight. You could have gave it to any chick, but in the first round, she basically won because Souza just decided to take the first round off. That's all you can really say. In the second round, Souza decided to heat up, and she turned it up against Angela Hill on the feet. I had it 1-1. Going into the third round, I thought Souza did a really good job. She had Hill backing up, but Hill was kind of like, there was moments where it was shifting to Hill, and she basically got the win. She went out there and just, kind of just outstruck Souza a bit. I think the first round, if Souza really would have done something, she probably could have won. But great win by Angela Hill anyways. We move on to the next fight. Featured prelim, Jose Delgado versus Connor Matthews. I picked Jose Delgado to win this fight. This was basically like the battle of the gyms. New England Cartel versus MMA Labs. And wow, Jose Delgado looked really good in the first round. They started off slow in the first round, but Delgado threw a kick and he missed it, but he proceeds to just follow up with a spinning back fist. And as soon as he lands that, it's kind of like, damn. Like, we kind of knew Matthews was cooked, because Matthews literally tried to finish Delgado early and he couldn't. Just like Matthews was like, he went out there fast. He started off the round fast and he didn't finish Delgado, and he just was like, oh damn. And after Delgado lands the spinning back fist, it was just like he was cooked. We knew he was cooked. Delgado proceeds to land a nasty right that drops Matthews, and he goes straight into ground and pound with some elbows, and he gets the finish. And it was a great debut by Jose Delgado. Can't wait to see his next fight. He actually looked really good out there. I like this kid. But let's move on. We have, to start off the main card, Andre Petroski versus Rodolfo Vieira. I picked Vieira to win this fight. Okay, I got 3 rounds. Well, no, 2. Whatever. Vieira, he did good, I guess. But it wasn't enough, because Petroski just looked better out there, I guess. Petroski just looked way better out there. He just looked better on the feet, and did really good stuffing all the takedowns. In the first round, he stuffed all of Vieira's takedowns. And on the feet, both men were swinging. And I'd have to give it to Vieira, because he was tagging Petroski a little bit more better in the first round. But in the second round, Petroski still stuffed all of Vieira's takedowns. But Petroski was just hitting Vieira with way better shots on the feet, tagging Vieira. Vieira was tagging Petroski a little bit, but I feel like you can give this round to Petroski. It's 1-1 going into the third round, and Petroski's starting to, he's swinging and he's just winning on the feet against Vieira, dude. And I thought he won. I really thought he won. You can give Vieira the win as well. It was a really close fight, but I just thought Petroski won. I thought he took the last 2 rounds, and it was a good win. He calls out Bo Nichols. I don't think he might get that fight. I think if he does, he might win, though, because Bo Nichols, I don't know, not really that good. American wrestling doesn't mean anything. Petroski went out there, did his thing, though. Good win by Andre Petroski. We move on, though. We have Ismael Bonfim versus Nazim Sadykhov, or whatever. Bro, one of the worst stoppages in UFC history, dude. I just want to talk about the stoppage a little bit before we get on to what happened, but Bonfim, like, you couldn't call out a translator and say you were good. Like, he looked good out there. Whatever. Let's talk about this. Round 1, Ismael Bonfim looked really good, bro. He started off the fight really good. He started off fast, but I don't know, bro. Like, as soon as Nazim lands that question mark kick, it just changes it all up. Like, I just don't know what happened. Nazim basically took momentum from the first round. He won the first round. Before the second round starts, the doctors are looking at Ismael Bonfim, and I guess he tells the doctor that he couldn't see, and they stop the fight. Obviously, it has to do with the head kick that Nazim Sadykhov did, but kind of weird because Bonfim looked fine. Like, his eyes were wide open. It wasn't like really like he was touching his eye like that. But I don't know. Really weird stoppage. I thought it was horrible. I thought they could have kept on fighting. Still a great win by Nazim, but that's like 2 fluky wins already in his career that might look bad on his resume. Doesn't matter. It just looked like Bonfim like gave up out there. I don't know. It was a weird, strange stoppage, strange win, but whatever. We move on. We have Edmen Shahbazyan versus Budka. I picked Shahbazyan to win because, as we all know, American wrestling credentials don't mean anything, and we're right. Edmen Shahbazyan gets the KO win in the first round. Budka throws like 2 left jabs, and Edmen Shahbazyan hits him with one of the slickest pullback rights I've ever seen. Drops Budka, and yeah, gets the win. Edmen Shahbazyan needed the 50K. Has a kid now. That's 3 losses in a row for Budka in the UFC. He's getting cut. Give my boy Edmen Shahbazyan 50K. He's a dad now. Great win. On to the co-main event. We have Cavalcanti versus Youssef Zalal. I picked Youssef Zalal to win this fight. What I didn't realize is that he was going to run around the entire cage for most of the fight. He did start off the fight really good. He looked really elusive out there. He looked really fast. Began the round, with leg kicks, landing some great shots on Cavalcanti. Yes, Cavalcanti was a little slow to start off, but it just looked like Youssef Zalal was just throwing, and he was landing his good shots. Cavalcanti was missing his shots, and kind of had Zalal riding his bike a little bit. It wasn't until the second round where it kind of kicked off a little bit more. In the second round, we kind of saw more of just Zalal picking his shots and just running away. He was legit just running away from Cavalcanti, and Cavalcanti was gun shy. But he was kind of like, feeling himself into the fight more. But Zalal was just running away from Cavalcanti's shots. And in the third round, Zalal just looked like the little girl running around the entire cage for 4 minutes straight. Just, running away from Cavalcanti's shots. And Zalal gets the win. He gets the win, but he looked bad just running around like not trying to, even strike with Kattar. I get you're up 2 rounds, but like, at least look good out there, and at least look like you want to fight. And you're just not like, I get you secured the win early, but come on, you're out here running around like a little girl. Like, you just, come on, bro. Whatever. That's like another, Cavalcanti 3-fight losing streak, 4-fight losing streak. I don't know what he's on. I feel really bad for Cavalcanti. I have mixed feelings for Zalal. Great win, but not in a way where I wanted him to win. I know that Cavalcanti was stuffing all of his takedowns, but still, like, at least get it done on the feet a little bit. He has good personality, though. He's fun for the division. Yeah, that's all I got for Zalal and Kattar. Let's move on to the main event. We have Cannonier versus Gregory Rodrigues. And I picked Gregory Rodrigues to win this fight. And he fumbled it away. He fumbled it away in the first round. In the first round, Gregory went after Cannonier and dropped him twice. And in those 2 times that he dropped him, he waited for Cannonier to get up. And if he would have went down there and finished Cannonier, he would have won. But in the first round, dropped Cannonier twice, and Cannonier survived. He got up. He got out of the takedowns. He did everything that he did. Survived. Exited the first round. But that's Gregory's first round. From there on out, Cannonier started to wake up and was alive in the fight. In the second round, Gregory was super gassed, and Cannonier won the second round, dude. He was just landing the way better shots. Gregory looked so tired. Cannonier was patient, just looking for the good shots. And in the third round, it got good. It got really good. Both guys heated up, throwing, tagging each other up. It was really, really close. That round was super close until Cannonier hurt Gregory Rodrigues, dropped him with a nasty elbow, and Cannonier almost got Gregory Rodrigues out of there. He even said it himself in the post-fight interview that he thought as soon as the round ended, he thought he won. And he was like, why aren't people cheering for me? And then, round ended. But Gregory Rodrigues was on red alert. That corner was on red alert. Dude was gassed, almost finished. But as soon as the fourth round started, Cannonier just went after Gregory Rodrigues, unleashing everything on RoboCop. Cannonier drops RoboCop, gets the much needed win. TKO win in the first round. Great win for Cannonier, bro. It was looking bad for him, dude. He was coming off 2 bad losses. Gets a really good win. What's next for Jared Cannonier? I have no clue, dude. He has to keep fighting the ranked opponents, but hey, I'm glad he wins. Doesn't have to retire. Gregory Rodrigues, back to the drawing board, because he kind of does this most of the time where he gasses himself out. This was his first 5-round fight though, so you can't really hate on him like that. But overall, great job, Cannonier being the old head, being the veteran, going out there, surviving the fire of Gregory, waiting until he gassed out and got the win. That's all I got. I really like this card. It was a fun card. I wish Youssef Zalal wasn't such a puss, but I'm JNeps MMA. Like and subscribe. And I'm out. See you in the next one.